That itch was crazy.
What an intro.
Crazy. All right.
Where did this eyeshadow come from? Fucking eyeshadow all over my notebook.
I was just about to be like, hey, everyone, welcome.
Sorry. We're never going to start this episode. We're already starting an hour late.
I spilled foundation on myself.
I did spill foundation on my new sweatshirt, which is why I am bare-armed in the middle of, well, it's not the middle of February, it's the beginning of February, and it's cold as shit down here, and I will be putting a sweatshirt on later, but I wanted you guys to see my Raven Queens champion shirt, so.
I love it.
Anyway, you want to introduce what we're doing today?
Hey, everyone, welcome back to Rated MA. As always, I'm Meg, this is Allie, and we're watching Downfall.
We are. We were going to roll to see who did, like, the intro, but that kind of is it. Do we still roll? I feel like we have to. It's like our thing.
I think we have to.
I'm rolling Matron of Ravens, of course, because those who know. Love these dice.
And I'm re-rolling the Pike dice, or Everlight.
Ready?
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot we were rolling. I thought we were just showing dice for a split second.
We were going to roll.
We
literally
just talked about it.
This episode's a mess already. All right, 3, 2, 1. So what'd you roll?
I'm doing the intro.
I rolled 17, so yes, you are.
Hey everyone, welcome to Downfall. As you heard in the beginning, I'm Meg, that's Allie, per usual. But yeah, today we're starting the next EXU series. And this is the one I'm most excited about. Especially with knowing that it's about the gods and everything, I'm very, very, very excited for this one. So I'm actually not minding doing the intro this time and not talking. So I usually get a little nervous, but I'm fine because I'm just so excited. I know Allie's very excited for me to see this one as well because, of course, I've seen Calamity now, and now we're gonna be doing Downfall, maybe Divergence in the future.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I feel like we have to do Divergence just to complete the trifecta.
I think we have to.
Well, there's I don't want to give any spoilers, but I think it very much rounds out the Exandria Unlimited series, and who knows, maybe or may not there's some lore to be dumped about both Calamity and Downfall.
Another thing is that we have a Patreon, and we will be releasing these early whenever we decide to be releasing these. These will come out a couple days before, so you'll be able to see the unedited and, of course, our edited reaction. But if you want to catch us early, you can join the minimum tier. You can join us a $3 tier to be able to access it. We have a 3, 5, and 7. Other than that, do we have anything to add before we jump into, or if we go to jump down to fall into this episode?
By the time you guys are seeing this, feel free to spoil Downfall, feel free to spoil Calamity. We have already seen them both by that point. I've seen all of them already, but Meg has not seen them. However, I just ask that you guys refrain from talking too much about Divergence because Meg, I'm not sure if we'll have seen it or not by then. So for the sake of keeping it spoiler free, just try not to spoil too much about Divergence.
I don't love spoilers.
I think we're good to go. I think we're ready to get started.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role.
Hi, Maddie. I love him.
And play Dungeons and Dragons.
We play Dungeons and Dragons. So, audience, just be aware we're gonna skip the intro because this is actually gonna spoil some stuff for Bell's Hells, which Meg hasn't seen yet. So,
I will say I was really shocked to see Matt when it opened up. I was like, I thought it was Brennan.
well, remember, this is during Bell's Hells. This is the middle of, well, not even the middle. This is towards the end of the Bell's Hells campaign.
Well, gang, I'm so excited to be here, elated, enthused, overjoyed. And we're going to be telling a story of the calamity, the age of ruin and despair, the fall of the flying city of Aeor, a tale of those agents of the divine that saw fit to lay low the height of mortal accomplishment and send it crashing into the frozen wastes of Isle Cross.
Is this why you wanted to start with Calamity, even though Calamity was filmed later?
No, Calamity came first. Calamity was the first one.
Oh, Calamity came first.
So Calamity came first, then Downfall, then Divergence, but it is in chronological order. So Calamity is the beginning. Yeah, this is the intro for Bell's Hells, because it's the Bell's Hells campaign.
Oh.
The EXU Calamity is the first moments of Calamity because it's how they released Asmodeus. This
Mhm.
is a few hundred years into the calamity, because the calamity lasted for several hundred
That's
years.
right.
This is in the midst of calamity, and then divergence is after calamity. So we're doing them in chronological order. But I'm
Okay.
also really glad we're doing this because you are currently watching Mighty Nine, and this is going to tell you a whole lot about Aeor, in which you're going to spend 30 episodes in Aeor at the end of the campaign.
Well, that works out. Oh, there's
Laudna.
Laudna.
I love Laudna. But one thing's for sure.
Imogen. Imogen's really cool.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome once again here on Critical Role with this wonderful table of amazing people.
I just know
We've gathered
everyone's
here
eardrums
together
are like
for-
zzz every
is
time
it-
Brennan's near.
a little bit of a detour, a storytelling movement. For those of you that are tuning in, you may have seen the last episode of Bell's Hells Campaign 3 in the live show, where your boy came out on stage to bring us to a recording. We will be playing through that very story now being told to Bell's Hells. As the light flickers throughout the chamber, we will see the events unfold in recorded memory. Let's go ahead and say hi to everybody at the table. Please go ahead and say hi. We'll go around because we have some guests here. We'll start here.
Hi, I'm Taliesin Jaffe.
Ashley looks
I
so pretty.
don't normally sit here. It's exciting. I'd like to see it.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Abu Bakr Salim. My God, I don't even know my own name. Yeah, and this is crazy.
His voice is crazy. I love him.
I'm Ashley
I
Johnson.
like it.
And I'm here.
She's so cute.
Hey, no shoot alone. I am not ready, but I am game. So,
Nick Marini.
I love Nick Marini.
Oh, I'm Laura Bailey.
I also really like Nashir Dalal as well. Please understand that.
Light. Light suffusing all. Eternal. Undying. Infinite. Names beyond counting does this place have in the timeless time in which it existed. But in your tongue, Exandrian, let us simply call it Tengar, the Eternal Palace. Let us imagine beings of infinite possibility and endless wonder, populating the vast and joyous caverns, chambers, hallways, ramparts, all of the chapels and unending mystery, shimmering light, beings of wonder, whose potential, having never touched the real. In Tengar, the Eternal Palace, past the hallway of the unbroken shard, where one can spy the quill of infinites, that which writes those worlds that have yet never been, we see a small parade of twinkling lights. These lights that we now behold are, to us, inhuman. But of course, this realm has never known the touch of humans. Sparkling light traveling down a hall, we see it.
Just so you're aware, this is gonna get real weird, okay?
What do you mean by that?
Just watch. I told you! You just heard me say it's gonna get
Though it
weird,
would be
didn't you?
impossible for a mortal to comprehend, is there some shape or form to your light in this endless palace?
A roiling ball of light.
The Everlight?
No?
Oh, splendid. I was
So,
wondering
just
if
so
I
you're
might
aware, I feel like this
come
is important for you to know.
any
This is before the gods came to
vibe,
Exandria. This is where they
denizens
existed
of
before
these wings of
Exandria.
Tengar.
Yeah.
So this is all very metaphysical. So they don't have forms yet. They are just pure essence, which means they don't have names, they don't have faces.
Okay.
They are just light and creation, which is why they're doing this kind of metaphysical shit. The whole episode is not like this, I
Okay.
promise. This is just the cold open.
Perhaps is nearby.
It's so weird, isn't it?
Actually, What form of light do we now see arriving in this place?
It's not just a form, but it's almost something that you feel. It's warmth.
Wait, no, he would be the Dawn Father, maybe.
Yes.
Because she's the Everlight.
Yes.
They are trees, but they are also mirrors and stars, and perhaps the hands of some great and eternal love for the being of all things yet to come. Even this kaleidoscoping, shimmering train of light begins to descend the staircase, and you see an eternal sibling of yours. This is your sibling image. What's going on? Is something happening? Are we starting a new game?
I don't know. What
Has something to show us.
Well, certainly can't show it to all of us at the same time, and I, as ever, shall be there first! And surges forward as a trail of fire shoots down the staircase into the stars.
I'll take off. Purplish light, almost what you would describe as the reflection of water when it plays on a wall.
Oh, she's the matron,
No, she is not.
right?
The Matron of Raven was immortal. This is an immortal palace.
That's right. And she ascended.
Laura is playing a different character in this, although her character is never named, because the previous god of death was sundered from Exandria and his name was lost to time.
Oh.
So my theory is that she's playing the previous god of death, but it's not actually known who she's playing. It's open to interpretation, I think.
It is unusual in the Eternal Palace to feel anything for the first time. You feel a sense of dread.
It's exciting and horrible.
Tree shimmers and twitches, sharp, painful. Don't you feel a little bit? And here he looks to you for the word that they have never had to say before.
Terrible.
It reaches up, plucks the fruit. As you say, wait.
Wait. Give it a chance.
A moment too late.
What
Oh,
kind of Adam and Eve shit is this?
I mean, you're literally talking about a tree of
shimmering
creation
form
type thing.
ceases. Each point of light is fixed. I'm sorry. I think I'm going away.
What is this?
A point of lightlessness rests in the middle of the orchard. Do any other spirits nearby hear or see this event?
I'm taking off my headphones real quick, so I'm going to miss like 30 seconds. I got to put my sweater on because I'm cold.
I feel like I had a desire for something new.
Oh, put it on backwards,
and
motherfucker.
it was
It's backwards.
I remember wanting.
You arrive as other spirits begin to gather from nearby. You see that another spirit, Allie, comes by. She moves as shifting color, who leaves imprints of herself behind her, suspended backwards to show the way that she has come in light. She comes through and goes, something new. She touches the point of lightlessness, is frozen, and you hear noise from elsewhere in Tengar. The endless images of herself stretching throughout space are falling into nothingness behind her, like a row of dominoes falling and vanishing as they hit the floor. I'll miss you. And she is gone. Our last two spirits, you are within, are seeing a hallway that has been infinite for a timelessness suddenly begin to fall behind you. Describe yourselves as you see your doom now approach in the moment of understanding what doom even is.
Edom is a cacophony of sound, constantly collapsing in on itself and then exploding back into new shapes and forms. It tries to pull objects to it. It mimics, tries to copy the trees it sees. It's always trying to change and explore. Endless chaotic curiosity. How did you do it? I've been trying to get to nothing forever and I can't. Who did it? Who did it? I need to know.
Nothing happened on its own. On its own.
And then, yeah, there's just this shimmering sort of, almost like, not necessarily tubular, but it sparkles and it's frantic.
You stand there watching, and as you do, a thread of pure fate wraps around you as if the weaver of time pulls you towards her as the hallway makes it so that one moment later you would never have been. You see that Tengar is collapsing around you. She looks at all of you and goes, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
I don't know what's happening. I don't know what is this?
How can there be nothing? We are here. There is we.
There won't be if we don't run. She reaches out and spins a seed, which is a ship, which is a star of light and fate in front of you. Running behind you, you see another spirit. No, go, wait, Consumer's still in there. Turns to run, swallowed, gone, never existed. Her name vanished. You turn as Emery grabs you, Aru, and you lose and says, "We're sticking together."
So they're blurring out the names?
Yes, because the names are not. I think the way Brennan described it was they can't be comprehended by mortal minds.
Oh, so it blurs it out for us.
Yes, it blurs it out for us, even though we can kind of hear underneath it what the names are. There's something off about it because we can't comprehend it. So yes, that's what they're doing.
You see that Shaw steps out and goes, "I don't want this. I don't want this!" Boom! And a wave of force ruptures out and takes this eternal palace you have lived in and shatters it to make something destroyed in front of you to protect you. As Shasta does this, you see Shasta's always just been pure concussive energy, like heat above a barbecue, and you see that congeals into flesh and bone and blood, and Shasta is suddenly something realer, and this force breaks the bones in his hands and scars his flesh. He goes, "Run! I can protect us!" Perhaps other ships have left. Perhaps other spirits have made their way. But there are only a handful of you here.
Is this because I wanted something?
As you exit eternity and possibility, welcome to the real. I'm going to need everyone here to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Okay.
24.
24. You stand tall along with it. The rest of you are thrown to. Sorry, the rest of you are thrown to the deck as suddenly force hits you. Normally, something like this would have been considered or pondered upon, and instead, your bodies are thrown to the deck of something that you are traveling on. You look out and see waves of permeating heat and light and color as you move from this place towards something that is going to destroy you. I'm something. I'm not everything, but I'm something. I love you.
I love you.
He leaps to the deck of the ship, throws up a wall, and you see that suddenly there is a face and eyes and hair as it goes, "Let us through, let us through!" Yeah! Heat pours over him and burns him terribly as he stands at the front of the ship, pushing forward with the will of this eternal place, making a way through the heat for your vessel.
I gotta help.
As it is dying, you put a hand on him. What do you do? What do you say in this moment?
I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do. I sort of take my form, and the only thing I know how to do is just hold in this moment in the warmth of what feels like a hug.
You hug Imri, and that is the only thing that saves him from destruction. You heal him. As the heat touches him, it bursts into fire. This mane of it was so beautiful. And this mane of hair stretches back, and the fire burns it until it blackens in two swirling spikes that stretch back from his head, wrapping around him like horns as the heat touches you, and you burn brighter and brighter until you are pure light.
Did you figure out who Imri is?
I'm running through my head. I'm like, who?
You move
The
to
horns
Shakti, who is trying to use
are
pure
interesting.
force to propel you forward.
A being of
You move to
fire
him,
with horns?
You see just
Is it
rage and emotion and becoming real and feeling pain.
Basically, that
and
was
struggle.
the god of
You move
lies.
to Shakti's
Asmodeus?
side,
Yeah.
And you see the chaos
Yeah, Asmodeus. Yeah, that's
finds
it.
you. You are in a space in between the eternal.
Interesting.
and
I mean,
wherever
he
you
was a
are
god
headed.
once. They all
And
came from the same place.
He was.
Oh, no.
But I think what is most fascinating is him and the Everlight were very close. They were brother and sister, basically.
We have to remember where we came from. We'll always have a home with each other.
As you say this, you glow with unending light, and the darkness is dispelled. As a hand touches Shakti, and he stands up, remembering himself suddenly, as you can see things rendered in light. Now it's all light, and you see at the edge of Auror's aura, there is just color and chaos and fighting. You see that there are things trying to rend the ship apart, like pure chaos itself. And I think you look and see that you are entering a place that needs something.
I extend myself as far out as I can and see lines, geometry, structure, and collapse everything as tight into myself as I can, trying to keep the shape.
Not Ukatoa, right?
Ukatoa. No. Ukatoa is not actually a god. He's a demigod, I think.
Oh.
Nashir is the other one that I'm not 100% sure who he's playing, but I believe he is playing the Lawbearer. I believe is who he is in this moment. Although I don't actually fucking know.
As you begin to paint with color, the geometry that Egon has created, you can use to interpret, express, make meaning. And all of a sudden, all of that light begins to form into points of light. And you paint the constellations, stars, guiding your path, pure beauty made manifest in a dance of mathematics and orbit. You feel that you have lost something eternal. As one of you, the you choose, lives, an infinite number of the yous that could have been vanish forever.
I wanted something. I didn't even know what something is. I need something. We need something. We need something. And I'm going to find it. I'm going to find the something.
Standing near Eden, you feel it calling to you. And you are the one who finds home.
I always look for your reaction because I'm like,
Now I'm self-conscious. I mean, that's the lore of Exandria, is that the Wild Mother is the one who discovers Exandria.
Do not worry long over it, for even here you feel the presence of the day that is coming, where that thing back there comes for you, the day that you will never have existed. Pain, broken bodies, blood, eyes and hands covered in dirt and ash. And you look up, broken, frightened, as looming over you, monstrous figures who see that you have come to their domain. The town of Hawks Hill.
Yeah, bro, you should have seen me the night that this episode aired live, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? I was so confused.
The whole time I'm thinking of was whenever the mouse. I'm like, man, editing this. Whoa.
Hawks Hill on the continent of Guisar. Over a century into the calamity. A sky choked with ash and ruin. This place, essentially, is where people have gathered in the ruins of Exandria for the chance at salvation. Most of the gods haven't been seen in decades, even though they choked the sky and burned the lands and laid waste to the vast civilizations of Exandria. The Age of Arcanum is a distant memory for most mortals now. No, they are waiting for salvation from Aeor. You hear the moving of wagon wheels, people shouting at horses and cattle, moving them into place. There are trading posts and pawn shops, and all of it extending in slums and ramshackle dwelling places around a massive central landing pad. As we move through this place, I would actually love to meet your guys' characters. I know we had a whole other thing, but let's actually meet your characters now. Moving through with some wagons drawn by some horses, we see a group of people that, for being here in the heart of the calamity, seem to huddle together for warmth. Ashley, would you describe your character for us?
Sure. You see a human woman, late 30s, sort of dark brown auburn hair with bits of white throughout.
What level are they?
Tanned skin, freckles everywhere.
Love that it doesn't say what level they are.
You'd miss her in a crowd. She has on a very large overcoat that she grabbed as she left her home. That belongs to her husband, Amaris.
Walking by your side, Nick, would you please describe your character?
A young, mid to late teens human male walks beside you.
Aiden, that's right.
Brown eyes, brown hair.
Barbarian, cleric, druid, paladin.
That's crazy.
Diabolical. Multi-class.
He looks down and gives Gilly, your dog,
To say his AC is
scratch
20.
It does, in fact,
ears.
say that his AC is 23.
A big mountain,
Okay.
like, rescue dog. Those big bear-looking dogs. Gilly.
Come here.
And comes over and nuzzles you, sort of looking around. Gilly's always excited to meet people, and there's so many people here behind you. Mom, mom, mom! And running up, you see two little kids. One of them is sort of like tween age, and the other one is a little bit younger, maybe like 8 or 9. Trist, your daughter Haley and your son Topher.
I hate that I
run up
remembered
to
their
you.
names. I was like, I think their names
As
are
they
Haley
rush
and
up.
Topher.
Topher looks around and says, I saw some guys over there that were playing a game with cards, and they had like money.
Whoa. Well, maybe don't jump in on that game, okay?
I could learn it.
I know you could. I know you could. And
Maybe
you'd
I
probably win.
watched. What should I do if they invite me to play?
You watch, You learn, and you beat them.
How are they not super confused right now?
Who? The players or the NPCs? You're confused, I think.
I think I'm confused.
What are you confused about?
So they were these
Balls of light.
they came through and now we're here and they're these people.
This is thousands of years later.
Okay.
Brennan said something about it at the beginning. The gods have not been seen in decades
Yeah.
because they are hiding, because they are mortal. These are their mortal forms.
Okay, so I did think that. Okay, so I was correct.
So the Everlight is currently parading as a human woman named Trist. The Dawnfather is a 15-year-old boy named Aiden.
Because I did know that the Everlight did have children. I did know that.
They are the gods, but they are in
Okay.
mortal form for a reason.
Okay, perfect. I was thinking that, but I was like, wait a minute.
It gets very confusing, especially given the prelude of formless beings. I've got the really bad hiccups right now. Formless beings beyond comprehension who are not real but want and desire. It's a lot. It's a lot. This one gets a little confusing, but once you get into this, like, this is what it is like for the rest of the game. It's back to regular D&D now.
Ian will lean down and look at Toph and say, "You're never gonna learn that card game if you don't stay down here." Huh?
Toph looks up at his dad, goes, "Dad, there's a card game. We could win a bunch of money because when the ship leaves, there's still stuff to do down here." See, Amaris smiles, goes, "You know, for a holy man, Aiden, you seem to encourage a lot of gambling." Our son is 9. You know, I know you're a young man yourself. I just mean to say, 15, but
The stars say it's a good time.
You see Toph goes, "Stars, we gotta go now," and runs off. And you see Haley goes, "Topher, don't go off by yourself." Gilly goes, "Whoop," and sort of bounds after Toph.
Aiden will, as Toph runs off, his hand on his shoulder, give him a little guidance.
Thanks for helping me like confirm that in my brain because I was like, I think this is what's happening.
No, it's totally okay. Now, I will say when we watched this for the first time, when this was live during campaign 3, we did not have confirmation that they were playing the gods. We had no idea. All we knew was that this took place during the fall of Aeor, when Aeor was destroyed instead of Avalier. So that is a little bit of insider trading that you have, is knowing that this is the Everlight and the Dawnfather and the Wild Mother and all that stuff. But yes.
The kids run off. Amaris looks and says, "You really don't want me to come?"
Of course I want you to come. But I don't need you to come. You need to stay here.
Laura, would you please describe your character for me?
Sure. You see a human woman walking in soft green robes, creams, sensible leathers, with rich brown hair, walking next to an older man.
What are you looking at?
The text that they chose for this is really awful.
Well, it's meant to look like an identification card.
I can try to move out if you'd like and try to get a lay of the land, but this is, I suppose, where we part ways.
No. You keep saying it, but are you sure you don't want to come?
I would do anything you asked of me. And I will only say, before you ask it of me, it has been the honor of my life to protect you. And as a devout practitioner of my path, humility is called for. I don't think there's anything that I could stop that you would not stop more gracefully.
I would have been lost without you. Thank you for guiding me and always protecting me.
I watched you grow up, and even when you were a babe, there was something you were looking for. And if this is where we part ways, I want to make sure that you found it. And I'm not sure if I did. He turns, he bends down to an enormous, very observant, and in some ways still wolf. Go looking. The wolf takes off into the camp. He nods, vanishes into the shadows.
Do you know who that was?
I'm trying to think of everyone.
I don't know if they say his name in this episode, but they'll say it in a later episode.
Who was it?
It's Pervon. Yeah, it's Pervon and his wolf Galdric, who just met them in Calamity.
Taliesin, would you go ahead and describe your character?
She's an elf. Young, but it's hard to pin down because she's clearly had a hard life.
Oh, I forgot Tal was playing a monk. I love monks.
Your other two companions helping you with these massive, like, aurochs, these almost like prehistoric, like, livestock that move these giant wagons. Shirane comes up. She has a heavy cloak and cowl because her skin is badly burnt, like wood, charred, and two angry orange eyes peer out. As another shape moves behind her, a slender man with frost white skin, eyes, and hair. You see that Shirane turns and says, "Yes, there are eyes here, watching." The wolf looks up and gestures to a creature that you already knew in the periphery of your knowledge here, but you see a raven. And smell on this wolf, smell of death. As you begin to walk towards the raven, hustle and bustle throughout the encampment. Over by Trist and Aiden, you begin to see a couple little lights are lit as the clouds part, and you begin to see clouds parting, lights, purple and green, moving through. A massive Aeorian skyship approaches. Abba, would you describe your character?
He is an Aeormatron. Beautiful. The way his frame works is you don't know where it starts and where it ends. It's almost like a painting. And there's these golden, like, sort of speckles that are kind of adorning his body, the frame, and they kind of move a bit every now and then. Denizens of Hawk Hill, we have come to collect foodstuffs and raw material supplies for the might of Aeor. Please allow the representatives of the Magistry to do their work. After food and supplies have come aboard, then those seeking refuge will be allowed to petition our proctors of the Torian Guard. Priority will be given to those capable of labor. If you are not chosen, you will be given an emblem of sanctuary. Those with the most emblems will be taken after laborers. If you are sick or wounded, your emblem will not count. If you accost any member of this crew or delay them in their efforts, your emblems will be removed. Please come through.
Interesting.
Yeah, the sick and the wounded, not allowed sanctuary at all, because they're not useful.
Damn.
You see these wagons aligning, and Tristan, Aiden, you see that some of the Torian Guard begin to move up towards you, inspecting in this place. moving alongside you, you see this as well, Asha, as you begin to move and follow that raven throughout. As you move, you see that your companions move to the wagons, protecting one crate in particular and staying quite close to it.
I think I'd be staring at every detail of the ship and then looking down and just kind of watching the people around me, watching their interactions, especially interested in you and the children here, because I didn't imagine I'd see a lot of children in this area.
Having heard for the first time what the requirements are to board this ship, is there anyone nearby who seems injured or sick?
Give me perception. Or medicine, honestly.
May I assist?
Yes, you may. You can get the help action.
I guess, well, perception is better, but medicine probably makes more sense. Incredible.
Wow.
I rolled a 1 and a 2.
He's just like me.
7.
7. I really like him. I think he's very funny.
Mira, you hear like and can hear some muttered sad words in a small tent by the wagon train there.
Aiden will walk up and sort of position himself so that his shadow falls over this old man's face so as not to be blinded.
My father, he is gripped by a cough. You look in the corner, both of you now, and you feel a person come by your side. They are sitting on a trove of like what looks like 12 or 13 of these emblems of sanctuary, meaning that they've been passed over time and time and time again to board a ship bound for Aeor. You see that they look and say, he's racked with a cough wasting him in his lungs. There is an illness within. We are not physicians. We know not the name.
Aiden will clock you for the first time and smile. He will reach down and hold this old man's hand and say, I hope you feel better, and cast lesser restoration.
I wonder what level cleric he is.
I have no idea. Well, he's the one that's got like a 4 multi-class.
That's one cute because his medicine wasn't that great. So that's why I was like,
His medicine wasn't great, but he's at least 3 levels of cleric if he's got lesser restoration. Or he could get that as a paladin, though, also, because he did have levels of paladin, too.
Holy man. Holy man. The feeble hand moves up to you. Hey, my son and his wife. Hey, and the hand moves to gather some of these emblems of sanctuary and falls limp on top of them.
You cannot heal everything.
We can always try.
You cannot cure age. In this moment, he offered your father peace, which is something we should all be grateful for.
A raven descends on your shoulder, and another figure moves into this space. Asha, you see the group now gathered here.
You smell death.
Thank you. You smell like fur.
Pull out an apple and start eating it. And in your heads, I'm surprised surprised how good it is to see all of you. I've missed this.
You see an Aeormaton stands before you, beautiful to behold.
Took you long enough. I pull out these amulets. I'm like, yeah, one for you.
Thank you.
One for you. Yeah, one for you. Do you? Yeah. You will follow me. I'll make sure that I take special care of all of you. I kind of look at the crate in the back.
You look at the crate in the back and get a funny feeling. You see,
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh.
who's crate?
You hear in your head, my crate.
families are coming back. Your companions are also now moving up towards this area. Is there anything that any of you do as you feel this growing sense of unease, as like the time of truth is coming, where people will find out if they're on this ship or not?
I'm gonna just sort of look to everyone and be like, stay close, you're fine. And you just see me from my sort of moving. I'm a lot more fluid when I'm with you guys. And then suddenly I'm like, I need to handle something. And suddenly I just go rigid and just walk to the front to go and take charge.
What do you have to eat? There's mozzarella sticks.
It was Raisin Canes.
I'm so jealous. I'm so hungry.
I know. I texted my dad and was like, bring me something. I can smell them making it upstairs, like reheating it. I was like, oh my god.
Aiden, Trist, you look and see Amaris comes. Haley and Topher are there. Amaris, out of his pocket, takes one sending stone and looks at you. You have this, right?
I do. Reach into my pocket, take it out.
If anything happens, and you see as he blinks, his eyes become the eyes of an eagle. I'll fly to you. I'll find a way.
And I will maybe take like a tent that we might have just from our trip that I won't need anymore.
Yeah.
And I will set it up for them. I hope that this is enough. But please, if you do not make it onto the ship, do not enter this tent until it is gone. I will cast create food and water inside the tent.
Oh,
I love him. I like his
You
character, and I
cast
like
this spell,
the guy playing it, Nick
and
Marini, as well.
The tent is set up, and you see that they don't go into it. But you see there's this sort of older half-elven man. You can see his ribs pushing out against his skin, and you can see that his kids are a little better off than him. Like he's been giving them anything he can find. And he looks and goes, who has a tent to spare? This is too kind.
A tent is far easier to spare than food.
You suddenly hear a voice in your head. Be careful, darling. I don't know what you're playing at, but we have a plan. Stop playing hero and get over here. Come through, please.
I like the two different voices for Salaha. I think that that's super interesting. That as like the Aeormaton, he has one voice, but as the god, he has another. I think that's so cool.
I like it.
Also, his voice is just like butter, man.
It is. It is so like butter.
Amaris looks, says, all right, everyone wish Mom goodbye. We'll see you when you get back. Should be a day or two.
I lean down to Haley and Topher. Mama will be back very soon, okay?
Oh.
I love that she saw what Travis did and how traumatizing it was for Travis and Luis and was like, I'm gonna have kids, I think. Ashley Johnson, I respect the hell out of you.
You both know how much I love him.
Yeah, Mom. See, Haley goes, yeah, Mom, I do know. And I love you double, triple much.
I love you double, triple, much infinity.
It is like the most dangerous thing to have for your character in D&D.
I think I'm going to do it next time I play. I'm going to take the risk.
And have your heart ripped out.
Mm-hmm.
I take in both of the kids and I just smell the top of both of their heads.
Very mom.
And I give them both a kiss. Take care of everything and don't give Grandma and Grandpa a hard time, okay?
But Grandma, she can't even. She gets confused. It's the same story every time. How does she get so confused?
And you act like you've never heard it before.
Okay. Topher goes, that's kind of lying.
You know what? You're right.
Maris goes, little lies are okay. A wolf lopes out of the shadow. Amira, you see your champion walk out. Words starting to spread through the camp. I think people suspect this might be the last ship that comes through.
There will be chaos. Pervon?
Ah, they do say his name.
Can you do me one last service?
Anything. For all time.
Do you see that family?
Yes.
The 2 children.
Yes.
Get them out of here safely.
Laborers come on board. Shortly thereafter, you see Captain Marcus says, those with emblems of sanctuary step forward. And they begin to count out. You see the ship is basically full. There are 400 people waiting in a crowd for a dozen spots. You look at Captain Marcus, who's speaking down at the bottom, and you see that a small family, looks like all 3 of them are going to be able to come. It's a family of gnomes, of small folk. And you see that Captain Marcus lashes out, kicks an older gnomish woman in the chest, and kicks her off the ramp.
Damn.
You see the old woman is clasping something in her hand, and you see it is an emblem of the Dawn Father. I cannot be more clear. No emblem of the gods will make its way aboard this ship, nor the city of Aeor. If it is the gods you worship, then have them and their choked sky and their ruined land. What hope remains for mortals in Exandria remains because of Aeor's might. Will she divest herself of that idol? You see this old gnomish woman with strewn emblems of sanctuary around her, looks up and says, I've made every step in the light of the Dawn Father. I will not now make one without him. And you see that the captain says, you make steps in his light, and gestures to the cloudy, ash-filled sky. And you see that she smiles and looks up and some clearly broken bone on the ground, just goes, clouds and ash. They cover the sky, but I promise you, the sun is still on the other side.
He will stare at her.
She looks at you and just weeps. She goes, the sun is shining. It's shining. It's shining right now. Even when you can't see it, it's still there.
I'm going to walk down to Aiden, kind of look at him. Can you work?
I am able.
Move. And I kind of...
You walk over. You see Pervon with a hand on Amira look at you as well as he pushes her forward to you.
I am going to stand on the side of the ship. And I am going to watch Haley and Topher and Amaris and Gilly. And I will watch them until I can't see them anymore.
Like, having children in a D&D game is one thing, but having a pet is crazy.
Yeah. That is why my fox stays with my family.
Meg's character has an Arctic fox in our campaign.
Silaha is given leave to move a large crate as the covering is removed, patient and eternal, Nashir, would you please describe the final of our band that we now see in the moment before whatever is to come?
A massive slab of stone encased in ice.
Huh?
And then there's a sound that emanates through the mind, like a gate shutting. A figure starts to emerge. Ice, a face that is devoid of mouth, holes where eyes should be.
What?
Rock starts to crack and break and form into plates of carapace over the shoulders and chest, and inside the chest there is a thrumming boom, 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 as light peeks in, as the rock shifts and moves, until finally there is a massive figure.
Is this a Ganassi?
I don't know what the race is. Yes, an Earth Ganassi.
And you
Good
can
call.
feel
Okay.
I was like, I think so. And it's so funny. I've been trying to think of what his
loss
name was.
and
And I kept going, the
confusion.
entity. I was like, that's not right. And it finally clicked about 5 minutes ago that his name
emissary?
is the emissary. Yes.
And slowly the emissary turns its face to Asha. She has left me here. And slowly tries to get up to his feet. He's about 8 feet tall. A massive sculpture of ice and stone.
Oh, look, they've got their little name cards
He reaches
now.
out a massive hand that completely engulfs yours and slowly gets to his feet.
Did she say anything before she left? Anything at all?
My lady is always with you. And he opens these massive clawed hands, and in each of his hands has sprouted a small seed.
I'm going to walk away, find a corner, and curl up into what
Real.
suddenly is clearly an extremely large timber wolf.
You move from this place as all of you witness something that was very much not part of the plan. As the 6th of your number has sent a proxy.
And I turn back and I look at the emissary and I'm like, get back in the box.
He lumbers forward, looks around, and slowly huddles into as small a shape as he can as he fits the little bracelet thing like a ring on one of his clawed fingers.
It's supposed to be apples. And I kind of take the lid and kind of close it back.
There's a lot of really great fan art of the emissary in the box of apples. Because that's his nickname. They call him Apples.
Oh, I want to see. It's so cute.
All of you feel as the ship moves. It's not a lurching. It's not as though you've met resistance. Instead, you meet a plane that intersects the ship as it approaches a distant point. And that plane seems to collapse space and time, such that as you move over this threshold, you are made thinner and gaunter, and you all feel a profound nausea. The Latimus Princeps was created by Aeor to shield it from those that would attempt to stop their great works.
What was created by Aeor?
The Latimus Princeps.
Thank you.
It prevents the gods from entering the city and from seeing inside the city. It is a city hidden from divinity.
These amulets that you've been given by Salaha glow brightly as you feel something potent and unnatural attempt to repel you.
The lid to the crate cracks open, and the emissary kind of pokes his head out. Dark. And just kind of watches what's going on around it.
Emissary's my
I
favorite.
love him.
Yes, it's very dark, darling, but just stay inside.
I genuinely, I love all of these characters. I think all of these characters are fascinating.
They're great so far, but the emissary's just, I want to see.
The emissary is one of my favorites. I think the Dawnfather is my favorite though. He's fascinating. I think you will like Salaha because he is the most like loquacious.
I went into this thinking the Everlight was going to be my favorite.
I mean, I love Ashley's portrayal of her. Do not get me wrong, but I think there's a conversation that Salaha and the matron have that is so. I really enjoy that conversation. It's in the next episode, in episode 2, and it's one of my favorite scenes. But the emissary is so hard not to love because he's baby.
Mages wearing dark, wrought steel masks, long war staves, stand on the deck of warships armed with eldritch cannon. Pull aside, inspection! The mages, a light flying, beginning to inspect the ship. Light. You see spotlights from these fighter craft. Step forward. Scan this one. Detect magic. Sir, there's clearly a mistake. There's clearly a mistake. No! Illusion! Ah! And a body disappears over the side of the ship.
Huh?
Aeor is not very kind.
The levitational power is enchanted broomstone. The arcane batteries powering these ships are enormous glass cages, multifaceted, like polyhedral, many-layered floating glass prisons that have a demon bound into the middle that is being broken down at its spiritual essence and converted into magical energy.
I forgot about that. That's from campaign 3.
I turn to you. I'm going to need an owner briefly. You hear in your head.
I've always wanted a dog.
I walk over and I turn into a not ridiculously large wolf, but certainly a very reasonable wolf, and just curl up behind. I turn back. I drop my my human wild shape back into my true form.
So you see, Asha leaves her wild shape to become a wolf.
Which is so cool.
As the door opens, you see Captain Marcus is here with 2 of these sort of visor mask helmeted. You recognize that they are mortal magicians, but the mask is almost evocative of Aeormatons. Like there's some sort of technology that these Mage Knight mask helmets have been integrated into their human flesh. They're like on their skulls. You see the inspectors move into this place and are going to start to cast detect magic on everybody, as well as see invisibility. Is there anything that would register to them?
So
On me?
I was going to try and, I don't know, I mean, counterspell only works on one creature, doesn't it?
It does, but you can still give it a shot.
Yeah.
Or
Or dispel magic.
Yes, absolutely.
I think I'm going to use dispel magic.
Go ahead and give me a deception check with this.
I love deception. 21.
It's kind of, I was like, it's kind of.
It's high, but it's not as high as he needed. It was probably 25.
3. What was your roll again?
21.
So he's rolled an
So you need
18 or
18
higher.
or higher. On a 4, our friend doesn't get it done. As it gets towards the crate, the spell suddenly stops. Goes, what's that? What is that?
And I point. Apples.
You see,
Apples.
he decides to look in, says, apples. He goes over to attempt to like lift the crate, cannot do so at all, and then looks over at the other inspector, and you see that the other one reaches towards a magical device, clicking something on a bracer, and casts Zone of Truth.
Aeor is not fucking around.
I'm gonna need everyone with in this scene to give me a charisma saving throw.
I'm assuming we're all standing near one another.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everyone will have +5.
Because he's a paladin.
30, incredible. Did anybody here get under a 19?
Oh,
you got under a 19. Well, that's good because you're apples.
Baby.
So
Apples.
you're a bunch of apples, so you shouldn't be lying anyway.
A 1.
No. And that one, hell yeah. On that failure, you suddenly feel, Amira, moving through that thing, the Latimus Princeps, this arcane ward, this thing that like squeezed on you and made you feel nauseous. It's still here. You're still within it. The sickness entered, but you feel suddenly like someone who's been walking on solid ground their whole life and suddenly has stepped into the marsh. And as all of you see this masked mage knight turn to Amira, you all suddenly become aware that you really are who you are, and you don't have a choice to be anything else right now. This crate, what's inside it?
I look at him. Your equipment seems broken. Perhaps you should go have it fixed. And I'm going to cast Suggestion.
You're going to cast Suggestion. He turns to look and goes, everyone stay here. No one move. And you see the other mage knight looks at him as he turns to like go get his equipment fixed. And you see he goes, Corporal, wait. As they both walk out of the room together, he says, we'll be back in a moment to inspect the crate. And they leave this place.
Apples.
Get back in.
I love him.
Okay. I'm going to cast a minor illusion
Okay.
somewhere else in the ship to cause a bit of a distraction.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What shape does the illusion take as you cast it?
It will take the shape of one of the gnomes that they kicked off.
As you do so, this gnome flits off into the darkness, and you hear one of the mage knights say, "Intruder, stowaway on the ship!" And you can hear the running of boots as they rush off after this illusory gnome. And you see that there's this incredibly powerful-looking Aeorian evoker. His robes, deep velvet and leather, tall bracers, high collar, going up to these masked mage knights, going, "How can it be that a tiny little groundling gnome has vanished from all of our sight?" You see that one of them turns and says, "I think Brannon's equipment might be malfunctioning. There was an issue with a crate of apples." And you see the evoker just broad hand slaps him across this mask, ringing the side as this intense metallic tuning fork noise ripples out over the deck. "Find the gnome!" You see that a couple of them rush off towards these fighter craft, and you see that one of them actually peels off to go scouting the skies, as you see coming into the horizon, Aeor. Vast and mighty, wards of the city on the arms of massive stone slabs that circle a central point, light, magical, and arcane, so powerful as if to eclipse the brightness of day itself. Colossi, automatons, 20, 30, 40 feet tall. Aeor, last of the age of Arcanum, last of the Sky Cities, the last and greatest hope for mortal Exandria. And that's where we'll take our break.
All right. Okay, welcome to Aeor.
Yeah.
All right, Meg, this is the first part of EXU Downfall. What do you think so far?
I like it so far. It's different than what I thought it was gonna be.
It's very different from Calamity, isn't it?
Very different, like completely. No, it's great though. My favorite character so far though is the emissary. He's the best. I also love the empathy of the Dawn
I do
Father.
too. I do too.
I love the amount of empathy.
I really, really like Aiden. It's so funny because I came out of EXU Downfall with a completely different opinion of the Dawnfather than I had ever had before.
I haven't had an opinion yet of the Dawn Father, so.
I met him in campaign 3.
Oh, okay. That makes sense then. Okay.
And he was not how he is here. But it was also, 800 years later. So actually, no.
Yeah.
No, it would have been longer than that, probably like 1,000 years later. He's no longer who he was. But this version of the Dawn Father, Aiden, the way that Nick is portraying him is so interesting because it feels like so wholeheartedly good, right? Like truly good alignment. And especially contrasted with, I think, the portrayals of the Wild Mother and the Matron, who are very kind of cold and a little like they're a little off-putting. The two of them, they're a little standoffish.
Yeah.
Compared to the two of them, he really shines as like a beacon of light, literally.
Yeah, he really does. I really like him, and I really like the emissary. Those are my top 2 so far.
I think with what I know, like I said, there's some really great moments with Salaha.
I'm iffy on him right now.
Salaha is interesting. He reminds me a little bit of Loquacious, where there's a sort of like a comedic beat to him, especially in later scenes.
Mm-hmm.
But there's always like an undercurrent that he's not always being truthful, and Loquacious was a lot like that as well. Whereas I feel like the Dawn Father is a bit more like Sarret in that regard, where Sarret was a little bit more honest, a little bit more on the side of good.
I did love Sarret.
Yeah, and Sarret was my favorite from Calamity as well. So there's a little bit of that, I think, here. The Everlight will have some good scenes later. She's been a little quiet since they boarded the ship.
She has.
But trust me, they'll all get their time to shine.
It's understandable she's quiet though. I mean, she just left behind her kids.
Yeah, her kids and her husband and her dog.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you this because this is the time for us to talk about this. Are you confused on anything that I can clarify for you? Because I do understand you were at a severe disadvantage coming into this because 1, you haven't seen all 3 campaigns. 2, this is episode 99 of campaign 3. And 3, I know that you're not as familiar with the lore of Exandria as I am. So is there anything that I could theoretically correct that you might be unsure about?
No, the things I brought up were the only things. I'm pretty clear now. But if I get more confused again, I'll bring it up. But the times I did, I brought it up. Others than that, I haven't been.
I mean, it's once they got out of Tengar, it's pretty straightforward of like, okay, these are people boarding a ship trying to get into Aeor. The one thing that is important for context, which most of the people, I would say like 95% of the people that are going to be watching Downfall have the context of it, which I don't think you have, because I think you happen to fall in that 5%, is that Aeor is blocked and guarded from divinity. So the gods cannot see in and they cannot enter the city.
Yeah.
So that's what the Latimus Princeps is it's a device or mechanism, something. It's basically like a big shield around the city. And that is the reason why they are all in mortal form. It's because the only way for them to reach Aeor is to give up divinity and to be mortal. Similar to how Avalier was part of the Age of Arcanum, Aeor also was. And this is another city that is what's called a mageocracy. So it is run by the mages, and they kind of have control over the city in the same way that like Laren was the architect arcane, and she had a lot of sway and a lot of power in the city. It's the same thing here. So this is a city that really promotes intelligence, spellcraft, magic, things like that. But now we're in Aeor, and now the next time we return to EXU Downfall, we will see more of the city of Aeor. which as we now know lies in ruins in Islecross.
Exciting stuff.
They're saying so many like names and terms that I like look to you and I'm like, she doesn't know what that is yet.
Nope.
Yeah, when they mentioned Islecross, it was like, oh, and I was like, Meg doesn't know where that is.
Don't know where it is. I've heard it before. I've heard the name before, but
They mentioned Islecross the Mighty Nine.
that's about it.
Are you ready to wrap up here?
I am.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Meg and I are going to sign off here for this episode of episode 1 of Downfall. I didn't really say that right. This part of this episode. We didn't mention that in the beginning, but just so you guys are clear on it, we are going to be splitting these episodes up because they are quite long, especially the third episode is almost 6 hours. So very similar to how we did EXU Calamity, we're going to be breaking these up probably into 2. We should be able to get by with just 2 episodes.
It'll probably be 2, 2, 3.
We will see. We may not need 3 for the final episode, but Meg and I will confer on that and we'll decide in the moment. So either we'll have 6 episodes in this series or 7. As Meg mentioned in the beginning, if you guys would like to watch the unedited reactions or if you want to watch these early, you can head over to our Patreon. The link is in the bio of this video. It's also linked on our channel as well. Can you hear my dryer going off?
Yep.
I'll just give it a second. Hold on.
It sounds like a really old teddy bear that's like 30 years old. And it's just like trying for like the last.
It's like on death's door. It's because it is. All right. Well, with that being said, we will catch you guys in part 2 of this episode of Downfall. Bye.